What's going on, man? We back, and I got two very special guests in the building today with me, man. International superstar on the rise, man. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. Hey, y'all. My name is Gem.
Yeah.
Gem Estrella.
Okay.
I'm Dominican, born and raised in Carroll City, Miami, Florida.
Represent Florida.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I do a whole lot of different types of music. I don't confine myself into a genre, but I focus more on the message.
I love that.
Right. There's a lot of emotions that we go through. There's, music is mantra.
Come on.
And so the phrases and the words that I want y'all to be repeating and manifesting into your life, I wanted to add value.
Say that.
Mm-hmm.
So who were some of your influences growing up musically? I mean, I'm pretty sure you had somebody you listened to that kind of influenced your sound a little bit. Or just not even the sound, just maybe just...
Are we talking about in English or in Spanish?
Both.
Or
Give them both to me.
Right.
All type of people watch it, so,
We have, I'll do the Spanish first because that's what was introduced to me initially. And that was, Juan Luis Guerra, Mark Anthony, a lot of Jose Jose. There was some Alejandro Fernandez. A whole lot. In Miami, you get exposed. Yeah, you get exposed with a whole bunch of, all of South America.
Were you one of the kids in the living room with Elvis Crespo talking about Suavemente?
I actually did a music video
with
him.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, it was pretty good. It was one of the songs called Abracadabra, and he made it, wrote it in 2000, didn't release it until 2018.
Wow.
So that was fun.
Yeah, that's a moment for sure.
Yeah. But Suavemente for sure. I told my mom, well, what kind of music is this? And it was a merengue. She was like, oh no, I'm not gonna have my Dominican baby not know how to dance. She taught me merengue, salsa, and bachata in one weekend, and I was not 5 years old yet. Okay.
Yeah.
That was just immediate. That was automatic. And then with R&B and hip hop, I did get raised with a whole lot of the old stuff, Anita Baker. We had some Marvin Gaye, Luther. We had Michael Jackson, Prince. We had Stevie Wonder.
Just naming some greats, y'all.
You know what I mean? Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
You got, and then with my brothers, I have two older brothers, so they were catching me up with Usher and Chris Brown and all of these other people. It's a whole lot.
It's a melting pot of jams.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. So with that, cultivating everything and just kind of like seeing where music has gone from that aspect to kind of where it is now, what do you feel like you bring to the table that's going to be different for people sonically?
Authenticity.
Ooh, okay.
Authenticity is something that I feel like we're missing, that we're losing some of that.
Okay.
With social media just booming, there's a lot of people that get lost in the sauce, right?
Okay, yeah, for
they
sure.
Get lost in
everybody wants to be a city girl.
Wanting to be something that they're not, something that they saw somebody else do. It's
Bring
like,
back
oh, that
the
look cool
girl
on them.
era.
Right.
I want to look cool, so now I want to do that.
I got you.
That's not the formula.
Yeah,
the formula is be yourself, and that's what makes you stand out.
That's right.
Because there's only one you.
Yeah, that's the gift. A lot of people don't really tap into that, and it's hard to tap into that. I think it takes a lot of years of experience. So just going through life in general, you know what I'm saying? I had a conversation with you off camera, and we kind of had something similar in mind I wanted to speak on. So I recently lost my mom, and she was somebody who introduced me to music and gave me that feeling of what to listen for. But it started with like gospel, and then it kind of crooned its way into R&B because I kind of wasn't allowed to listen to R&B. So I used to sneak and listen to The Temptations, sneak and listen to Whitney Houston, And my mom was doing the same thing. She'd be sneaking to listen to Janet Jackson. So, after a while, music became like our love language, in a sense. And and I remember you telling me your father introduced you to some of that stuff. And before you lost your father, could you tell us a little bit about just how that upbringing kind of like molded you in a sense?
Oh, no, absolutely. I mean, my father passed away when I was 16. But he was, a big voice.
Yeah.
He had he was a singer, gospel artist. And he would just take over a whole room.
Yeah,
he didn't need a mic,
Yeah.
And so going to church with him,
Right.
I would listen to him harmonizing with the people up in the front,
Yeah.
and And so I would follow along with him. And so I started harmonizing before singing real melody to certain songs.
Okay.
And that really, started forming my love and my desire to express myself in a way where words don't come as easily sometimes.
Right.
Sometimes it'll just be a ooh and ah.
Gotcha.
And that was enough to speak to God.
Absolutely.
In church. I didn't have to have the words for it. I had it all together just by what was being said in my heart.
That's real. And God is always first, you know what I'm saying? That's one thing. I noticed that, you came in with your management and it was one of the biggest, one of the largest, you know what I'm saying? Baye. Big Baye. I really, this dynamic duo is very interesting to me because Baye is like family, but I respect him on so many levels when it comes to business. I mean, he's broke so many barriers in nightlife and in the restaurant business. He's owned clubs. He's done music. He's been around the Jeezys early on. He's been around BMF. Y'all know him for so many different things, but I could tell you those things, the hype, but I also seen this brother be a philanthropist and change lives within the community and do so many things for the youth and do so many things for his children. He's a father. He's a great man. And his name's Baye, man. Baye, welcome to the show, man.
Wow. Thank you. Can I take you on the road with me? Please. I mean, I thank you for that introduction, and I'm humbled by your words. It's funny hearing it from other folks, what they think about you, and because that's really what matters most, right? Perception is 9/10 of reality.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much for that. But you know how I feel about you. I think you've been one of the rare, unique young brothers, and I believed in you as much as you believe in me. So
that's right.
Thank you for allowing me to be here on this platform. And for me, it was what really was a renaissance, a rebirth of what all those things that you said, kind of an amalgamation, if you will, of that history. Actually, all kind of came up through Gem.
Okay.
Gem woke me up.
Come on, talk to me.
I lost inspiration. Okay. In terms of music. Yeah, I've been involved with music. I've been a part of some of the, some big records that you all know about.
Tell us a little bit about some, just so for the people that's watching. Some of the people you've been around, worked with, and had relationships with. Just for the viewers.
One of my favorites
from Lil Wayne. Fireman.
Right.
Young Yanni. Shout out to Young Yanni. He was Skeleton Music. My partner Don Corelli and I have been managing artists and producers and songwriters for over 20 years. Not to date myself, but
that's right.
Of course, one of the records that still plays every day out and about is Say I.
Right. That's right.
Trey Songz.
Right.
That was one of those records. No More VIP. Rough Ends.
Right.
We've been a part of a lot of different records over the years that people are familiar with. Beautiful Girls, Sean Kingston.
Absolutely.
A lot of host of Jaheim records. Shout out to Sly Piper.
Yeah.
One of my, one of the most award-winning
Big Sly.
Songwriters, artists, and producers that I've been managing for about 20 years now.
Yeah, for sure.
Since 2006. And he's still making crazy stuff with Eminem and
absolutely
and Anderson .Paak and Marsha Ambrosia. So we've had a chance to really, really be around and touch and impact music. And I come from that too, like Jim. My mother was a recorded gospel artist.
Absolutely.
My grandfather was on the Ed Sullivan show all the time in the Jimmy Lunsford band going back to the 50s and 40s. So music has always been a part of my life. I was a trained musician. I was a classical pianist and played jazz saxophone as well. And so being a technical musician always it inspired me to want to try to find a way to make sounds different.
For sure.
You know what I mean, right?
Absolutely.
And in Jim, who happened to grace our presence in one of my restaurants one day unexpectedly, I happened to hear some surprising things that you just don't get out of sound and music today. I mean, there's not a lot of real singers today.
Yeah, absolutely.
No.
You know what I mean? We rely so much on technology, and technology has its benefits.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank God for them in some ways. But when I heard this raw, old world, natural voice, and then one of the hardest things to ever do, and I encourage anybody watching this to try to do this literally physically.
Right.
when she sings, she smiles simultaneously.
Okay, yeah. I told them when he told me she was coming, I said, oh my gosh, she has a beautiful voice. Yeah. Because I remember when you were celebrating your birthday, I was there and you got on that microphone and I was like, you are in the wrong profession.
Facts.
Yeah, she said that.
I need you to move around.
She said that. She said her voice was beautiful. That was the first thing she said.
Gorgeous voice, beautiful, beautiful voice.
So to be recognized by your gift, you're touching the world in different ways you might not even know, And so
her energy, like he said, the smile, like she was saying, like just looking like
that.
that.
Y'all see that smile?
You can't fake that.
And it's almost like it just draws you in, and you're just like, oh.
Believe
well,
that.
And I watched this magnetism that we're talking about happen internationally. She was on tour in Europe, and she was singing in a major coliseum in Italy.
Yeah, for sure.
And I watched this entire coliseum be consumed with her energy, that magnetism, right?
Yeah, believe that.
And you can't fake that. And I mean, we've been in Miami with Emilio Estefan and the Estefan family group.
Heavy hitters.
And the same thing. Right. They're like, oh my goodness, we want to, we want to see how can we get involved with this energy.
That's right.
We had offers for her as an artist before she had any independent record out.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
And so I haven't heard that in a long time. Nowadays, too, you got to have a hot record that's bubbling on social media and so forth. So on. We were in Miami with my dear brother Bernard Alexander. Shout out Baye.
Shout out Baye, man.
Again, one of the greatest discovery of Fugees and Lauryn Hill.
Yeah,
and
most definitely.
So forth, so on. Akon as well. And we were walking down the street, and he said, man, I got somebody I want you to meet real quick, right?
Yeah.
We on Collins in Miami. And he took us up in the office with, the great Vincent Herbert.
Okay.
Of Lady Gaga fame.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
Right? And then so immediately right there, one of the things I always loved about Gem too is she's not scared to go at any point, any time.
Yeah.
Right? You put her on the spot,
Absolutely.
That's when she's her best.
Absolutely.
Right? She'll go ahead and go. And she sang live for Vincent Herbert. And he tried to sign her right there. You know what I mean? Just from and you don't hear those stories anymore.
Right,
now, differently, we had our own vision, our own plan because, like she said, she wasn't interested, and I certainly wasn't interested in helping her become a cookie cutter artist.
For sure, most definitely.
And we felt like community was the industry, the community. People needed some new invigorated energy. Yeah. So, I believe that she represented what I call a young, youthful renaissance for young women.
I love that.
She's keeps herself, always classy and having fun and having a great time and party with the best of them. Yeah. But always also maintaining a high level of class and dignity. Yeah. And so I think that's what was needed in today's music and media in general. Also, I felt like the sound was very indicative of her heritage.
Okay.
And as you find this cultural glue being put together throughout the Afro-Latina diaspora. So I kind of call it like this tribal energy that you feel.
Yeah, for sure.
But we wanted to create a sound. And again, thanks to Sly Piper for really helping to curate that original and authentic sound with her. And he took a very special interest out of all the people I had her around,
that's a big dude, man. If y'all don't know, man, Sly been around for a while, man.
29 platinums, 8 Grammys. Yeah. I mean, there isn't R. Kelly. I named
Dr.
a couple
Dre.
I mean,
you name it, man. He been around. So I mean, just for her to be able to have that, like he said, with off just the energy and the pure talent and that says a lot about the essence of what type of music she putting out. And for you, I really want to. What do you have to say to the young girls out there that's kind of living their dream and they need that, they need to hear it from you? What do you have to say to them? Just talk to that young girl out there that want to be a singer, that's going through the business. We talked earlier on the show about the hardships of women in the business. Just what are some of the advice that you would give them about how to carry themselves and what to do and what to believe? You know what I'm saying?
You can't be afraid to be different. You can't be afraid to not follow everybody else's wave, right? There's these constant trends going on where people are, I want to be the next hot one, so let me do it real quick, real microwave quick.
Yeah, for sure.
No, good things take time.
Absolutely.
And you need to tread lightly, but tread. you need to do it.
Most definitely.
You gotta move.
Keep swimming. And they taught you that in Finding Nemo. Just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming, y'all. If you keep moving your feet, man, you're gonna land somewhere. So, man, I had the greatest time having y'all here. I want everybody to take a look back here, man. It's my new record. It's called Why Am I Lying? It's streaming on all platforms. We just, I think we got something going on with, what was it? Babs. We was in the bed with Babs, man.
Babs, my girl Babs, Wild Babs from the radio station.
Shout out to Babs, man.
Shout out to Babs.
94.1, and you know, she got her own segment as well, man. In the bed with Babs, I had a blast. And we're gonna try and broadcast some of this stuff for y'all, man, and get it to the listeners all over the world, man. So if y'all can, man, do me a favor right now. Stop what you're doing, grab your phone, and just go on Spotify Music, Apple Music, or wherever you stream from, and download and support and add it to your playlist. You will not be
disappointed.
For sure, man. More new music to come, and tell them where they can get your single and where they can get your music.
All platforms. Pick one.
Okay.
Pick one.
Yeah, we're gonna pick
YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal.
What they typing
Amazon.
in? Let them know what they typing
Gem
in.
Estrella.
Okay.
That's GEM. Estrella, like the star. ESTRELLA.
Absolutely. And before we let you go, I really want to talk about one of your singles real quick. Baddies Get Lonely Too.
Baddies Get Lonely Too.
Yes, they do.
We do.
And we got two baddies here, so we gonna let. I want them to dive into this and tell us what it's like. What is?
So that song. I was talking about. Yeah, baddies get lonely too. Because we do. There's a lot of people that assume that because we look good. Okay. Or we got it together, that we can have any person that we want. And well, that may be true.
It just, the quality don't be there. I feel like it's hard to date. You know, people say pretty privilege.
Right.
It's hard to date when you are an attractive woman and when you are an independent woman.
When you got brains behind it, right?
When you are when you have your shit together.
Come on.
It's hard.
Yeah,
if you
for
have
sure.
if you don't budge, if you're not willing to bend just because someone
Is that because
looks
the standards raised
like
a little bit
have,
for what you're looking for?
It's hard. It's very, very hard to date. Because people tend to fall in love with the idea of who you are versus who you are, which is why I really related to when Lady London said that on that interview with Cam, because it's hard. They fall in love with the idea of who you are. And so it's almost like they never get to know you.
That's right.
Or let's really build.
Yeah, because they're trying to force an idea of you.
Yeah.
And then you have another record called Spanish Barbie. Now that has a little Latina feel to it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, for those of y'all out there, I highly suggest going to check that out. But talk about the Spanish Barbie. What does that look like?
Yeah, Spanish Barbie. I mean, hey, we all can feel ourselves a little bit, right? Okay. I'm talking my stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Walking how I'm talking, saying like, yeah, I'm here.
Yeah,
and this is who I am.
Yeah, the new Spanish Barbie. Y'all better pay attention.
Feeling myself.
Yeah.
Confidence, baby.
Yeah,
if you're a confident woman, it's hard to date.
Yeah.
I feel like some men like to deal with insecure women. They get away with a little more. You know, they get to inbox you a little more.
It's true.
But, you know, I always tell people don't take my humility for granted because I know I'm that bitch when I walk in the building.
Yeah. Hey, yo, I love having y'all here, man. Thank y'all so much. We got to do this again sometime and definitely catch y'all, man. Y'all make sure y'all check everybody out on all platforms, man. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for coming, man. And we're gonna live it up, man. I know y'all got some shows that's coming up, so y'all just stay tuned, follow them on social media, and we're gonna get right back with you, man, right here on Pretty Lit.